So we're going to talk about Meat Loaf a little bit. If you don't know who that is, he was an old time rock and roll guy. Was around for a while. Don't think he's really done music that much lately. I really don't know a lot about him other than a few of his hits and that he was in Fight Club. His name was Robert Paulson. If you've ever seen that movie, you'll immediately know who he played in that movie. But he passed away a little while ago, and there's been a lot of celebrities passing away, and it's always terrible, and you hate to see it. But one thing that I like to point out every time something like this happens is that these people that say they're the most loving and kind of all the people on earth, the virtuous people, the people on the far left, they always go after these celebrities right after they die and mock them and call them either racist or sexist or some kind of istophobe. It goes from case to case. They did it with Bob Saget. They did it with Betty White. They do it every time this happens. It's really disgusting. And sometimes news sites will jump in. So you have like the New York Post and a few other sites talking about how he was anti-jab and all this stuff. And it's like, what does this really have to do with his death? Like his politics and positions on things, does that really matter? The man just died. Okay. And I think there's time and a place for discussing stuff, but maybe wait at least a week, couple of days, maybe before you go after the person. But the reason I'm talking about this is I saw that Brianna Wu, still desperate for Gamergate to exist. I wasn't a part of Gamergate, wasn't there, don't really know a ton about it because I was not really on the internet as much at the time. But she was a big figure in it. Also, she ran for a position in the U.S. House, failed miserably at it, by the way. Probably because she was known for saying ridiculous things like that companies could destroy cities by dropping rocks from the moon. She claimed that the moon's very valuable to the military because rocks have power of hundreds of nuclear bombs. So, probably not the sharpest tool in the drawer. But this is something that she did say, 100%, and you can look that up yourself. I like how they put prominent social justice warrior in the Gamergate controversy. So she did not get elected, but here's what she had to say about Meat Loaf, who passed away. Not going to point out that he was an anti-mask science denier who had a very serious case of the coof. Not going to point out that he used his public platform to encourage others to ignore precautions. Just going to wish his family and loved ones comfort. So, kind of being snarky there. But then she says this, but I think it's entirely ethical to mock public figures who engage in destructive behavior with coof and then die. And I have to disagree there. I don't think it's right to mock anybody when they die. Depending on if they're a big piece of shit, but these people consider anybody that's different than them, like politically, Hitler. Basically, they don't see, if you don't agree with them politically, they see you as scum, and they honestly want you dead. To be honest, they don't want you even living among them. They don't even consider you real people. They consider you a pile of trash. I'm not 100% sure, what his positions are. It seems like he was just pro-freedom from what I've seen. I'm not trying to get too political on stuff here because YouTube's really weird about it. The main thing I want to address is this idea that it's ethical to mock people when they die. Especially if they were a very loved figure like Meat Loaf was. People liked him. People liked his music. There's nothing there to say that this guy was out making people's lives miserable or trying to do anything to harm anybody. He just shared some opinions, and, unfortunately, he did get the coof and passed away. But these people never miss a minute. They never miss a moment to go out and try to mock people when they pass away. Remember when Kobe Bryant got in a plane crash or a helicopter crash like 1 or 2 years ago? they were saying they were not mocking. Well, some people were mocking him, but they immediately started to talk about his situation with this woman, and they were celebrating that he died. And they didn't really actually do this too much with Meat Loaf, but there are people running around saying they're glad he's dead and all of this stuff. And, it's crazy because information keeps changing on the coof and stuff. And, we have no idea. We know a little bit more now, but things like, for example, cloth masks, people have come out and talked about those and said those weren't very, very useful. And it's like, so he's talking about some things here. It's really not the end of the world, but we need to take this time to try to make this man some kind of joke, which a lot of these people like to do. And I think this is really nasty, and I do like to point it out when it happens. And you've got this person very celebrated by the far left, saying, it's ethical to mock this person now that they're dead. And it's not ethical, and I think it's very sick and disgusting. So, I don't know. Give me your thoughts. Let me know what you guys think. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace. Also, if you want to help support the channel, check out my Teespring store. There's a link in the description. You can find some merchandise in there that you might want to check out. Also, make sure to follow me over on Twitch. I do watch parties, play video games over there. They're always fun. Follow me over there and come hang out. Also, make sure you subscribe to YellowFlash, my other channel. There's a link to that in the description as well. I do a lot of live streams over there that I don't do on this channel. Usually smaller and a little bit more personal. So make sure you follow me over there and sign up.